Hi, I'm Jenny Fields, your Martin County property appraiser. On August 17th, the 2023 Notice of Proposed Property Taxes, also known as the Trim Notice, was mailed to all Martin County property and business owners. The acronym TRIM stands for Truth In Millage, and on this video, you will gain an understanding of how local government budget and millage rate decisions impact your property taxes. As I go over how this whole process works, please know these illustrations are for conceptual purposes only and does not depict or represent every voting scenario. On the screen, you will see what a trim notice looks like, and today I will be focusing on the center section, which is the taxing authority information. Taxing authorities are governmental authorities that have jurisdiction over the assessment, determination, collection, or other imposition of any tax. In Martin County, there are 10 main taxing authorities, which are the Martin County Board of County Commissioners, Martin County School District, City of Stuart, Town of Sewell's Point, Town of Jupiter Island, Village of Indiantown, Town of Ocean Breeze, Children's Services Council of Martin County, Florida Inland Navigation District, and South Florida Water Management District. If your property falls under any of these jurisdictions, they will be noted along the left side of your trim notice. The next three gray columns on your trim notice represent prior year information. Row 1 represents the total taxable value reported to each taxing authority by the property appraiser. Row 2 is the final millage rate adopted by each taxing authority last year, and the third row represents the amount of revenue collected by each taxing authority last year. This is how it may look on your trim notice. In this example, your taxable value, which is established by the property appraiser, is $295,000. The millage rate established by the taxing authority was 5 mills, which equals $1,475 you paid to that taxing authority. Column 4 in pink is the beginning of all current year 2023 information. This column represents the total taxable value reported by the property appraiser for 2023, which, as you can see, is an increase of 12.48%. This is how column 4 looks on your trim notice. For this illustration, we used the same average percent increase in total taxable value. Column 5 in blue is called a rolled back rate, which is the millage rate that would provide the same amount of revenue as the previous year's millage rate. In this scenario, because the taxable value increased 12.48%, it reduces the millage rate from 5 mills to 4.4452. It is important to understand that any millage rate increase above the rolled back rate is defined as a tax increase by the Florida Department of Revenue. Following this illustration, this taxing authority would receive the same $140 million as last year, but it would cost you less in taxes. As a result, on your trim notice, you will see in column 6 the same or less tax than you paid last year. That is what the rolled back rate means. Columns 7 and 8 have to do with the millage rates being proposed by each taxing authority for 2023. So how do the taxing authorities establish the proposed millage? They begin with a proposed budget and next determine the proposed millage rate and votes needed to generate the new budget. Remember, in this illustration, we are starting from our rolled back rate of 4.4452. The state of Florida annually calculates a maximum millage rate using the change in per capita Florida personal income. For this year, it was plus 2.84%. The taxing authorities' required votes are based off of this maximum millage rate. If the per capita Florida income increase is 2.84%, then the maximum millage rate would be 4.5714, and any millage up to this amount would require a majority vote of the governing body. If the millage rate proposed went to 4.8897, that represents a 10% increase over the rolled back rate, and that would require a 2/3 vote. And finally, if the proposed rate went over 10%, that would require a unanimous vote by the governing body. Here is what that would look like on your trim notice. As you can see, I am showing what your taxes would be using all three scenarios. Your trim notice will have the actual numbers for each taxing authority. That should hopefully help you understand the middle taxing authority information. To see the proposed millage rates and percent change from the rollback rate for all taxing authorities, visit our website at www.pa.martin.fl.us. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions regarding the value of your property, please contact our office. And for questions regarding the millage rates, please see the phone numbers listed on the back side of your trim notice. Have a nice day.